There will be issues, there will be challenges. Like you will feel stressed, you will feel tired, you will feel like quitting. What are you going to tell yourself in those moments? Like, these are things that will happen. So if you are a student or any person who's ever tried to set a goal before, I think this is a video that you may want to watch. In this video, we're going to go through the 5-step process that I currently take myself and with all of my clients in WebLearn for them to set and achieve goals that they determine to be worthwhile. And if you want to be able to achieve any goals you set for 2023, this is probably a video for you, and hopefully the only video you ever have to watch on goal setting. So we can get right into it. First aspect in this 5-step process, and through all the steps, we're going to use the analogy of reaching our goals like climbing a mountain, right? So the first step is to understand that goals are only good at setting direction. If you determine that climbing the mountain is one of your goals, you're down here and the top of the mountain is up here. There's such a big variance between where you are and where you want to be that if you keep saying, oh, I need to get the top, I need to get the top, I need to get the peak, it can discourage you instead of it to be you, because there's such a big difference between where you are and where you want to be. So as we will talk about later, you should probably get more obsessed with the systems and the daily habits that are necessary to reach your goal than the goal itself, right? So that's step number 1. Step number 2, with any goal, you need to understand if it's something that you really want to do. Climbing the mountain is a very long and arduous journey. Like any significant goal that we set, we don't just get to the top overnight. Whatever I'm going to put so much effort in, you need to be without a doubt sure this is something that you really want, that it is propelling you forward, right? Because if not, if you're doing it for other people, if you're doing it for external factors, there's a problem. For example, some students don't necessarily want to get good grades or go to school, but something that they really want could be to make their parents proud, or to understand that if they get good grades, it will result in their financial independence at a later. Or those are also good reasons. So really understand your motivation or your motivators are the factors for you to, try to achieve a certain goal, and that very much puts it in perspective. And if you're doing it for the right reasons, it's going to be so much more awesome and fulfilling when you get there, right? Third step in this process that I try to help my clients to understand, and even myself too, is that reaching a goal setting and achieving goals is a marathon, not a sprint. And it's kind of a cliche term, but it is more so the daily habits that you cultivate on a repetitive basis over and over and over again are going to get you where you want to be instead of some secret technique that no one has ever found and that you have discovered. No. The saying that I like is small tweaks lead to large peaks. And it's kind of interesting because it's a, mountain climbing analogy, blah, blah. Get it? No? Okay. Hello. It is Jared's charming and smarter cousin, Brian. Nice to meet you again. But Jared forgot to tell you, he and his foolish self forgot to tell you again. If you're a student and you like what he's discussing, description below, get your free consultation to WebLearn, Get the information on a regular basis, meet with him and get the sessions and mentorship group and thing. So yeah, don't waste it. And I don't want to hear no comments on my accent. I've been doing some traveling. I've been getting cultured and things. So I don't want to hear anything about that. But yes, enjoy the video. But remember, free thing. Don't you like free thing? Get free thing. But back to video. Right? Because interestingly enough, we think that extraordinary people are like somewhere innately different to us. And it's the same thing for reaching goals. We all know what you should do. And it's those daily habits of, I study an hour a day by doing 15 minutes on, 5 minutes off, so I have an hour of study and 20 minutes of break. Or I do a past paper every other day. Or I have my assignments planned out. These are all things that we know we should do, but we don't. But if you were to do these on a regular and current basis consistently over time, you're gonna hit your goals by accident because you're this sort of person. So you need to more so be the sort of person that enjoys putting one step in front of the other than looking at the top of the mountain. Like, I think there's another thing that I like a lot too, is that the man who loves the journey will walk further than the man who loves the destination. Right? Get obsessed with the systems and the daily habits, and you're gonna look up one day and you would not have climbed one mountain or 2. You probably would have claimed 3. That's your whole point. If you keep your head down and keep chopping away, you'll be surprised at how far you can go. And I'm learning this myself right now, as I said before, right? Fourth aspect, fourth step, I think is also pretty good to keep in mind, is that you need to make it as easy to commit as possible, right? So if you were climbing a mountain, buy a refundable ticket or get drop off at the bottom and have the only way you can get home to be at the top. If you're a student, have some sort of forfeit involved where you can't go this place or you can't go that place, or have a designated place where you can study and you know what you're going to study for how long and what you're going to tell yourself when things are not the easiest. Another way that you can commit is also social. Have a is that you can actually do things with persons who have similar interests. Persons usually don't climb a mountain by themselves, they do so in groups. Similarly, find persons who are like-minded and have similar goals that you want to reach. So when you slip or when you feel low or not motivated, they can pull you up. And instead of having one brain concentrating on doing it, you have the shared experience of the entire group working on your behalf, right? Instead of actually. And finally, I think, as I said in the beginning of the video, probably the most important point that is like so simple, but like went over my head for so many years. And it's funny that I kind of tell persons in my practice as well, they kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense, is to anticipate your pitfalls. We all know what is going to happen and what can go wrong will go wrong. But even more so, persons have been alive hundreds of years before us. And even though it's not the exact same situation those persons have been in, they have similar issues when they pursue a goal. So if I'm a student, probably I'm not going to feel like studying. I'm going to feel overwhelmed, and I will be anxious or nervous when exams come, for a multiple number of reasons. I should probably find ways to answer all those questions before I even start on this journey of getting good grades and acing all of my exams. Climbing a mountain, well, it will be cold, so I should probably dress accordingly. I will probably have some issue with some of my equipment, so I should pack extra equipment. And probably pack extra food because things go wrong and I could get very hungry. All these sort of things. There will be issues, there will be challenges. Like you will feel stressed, you will feel tired, you will feel like quitting. What are you going to tell yourself in those moments? Like, these are things that will happen. And if you go about it willy-nilly, oh, I'll deal with it when I get here, blah, blah, blah. Well, you're not going to get through. These things need to be strategic and systematic so that when they show up, you cut them down. You feel stressed and you feel doubt. No, I've been putting in the work, and I know that if I continue to do this and I have wrote down something to remind me, I take a video message of myself so that in 2 months when I feel tired and exhausted, I'm going to push through. That's the sort of mindset I'm trying to help you to cultivate, help my clients to cultivate, help myself to cultivate, because just winging it is not the answer. What I would tell you is, if you think that this has been influential, I thank you to probably, share and like, but even more so, if you're a student and you're really trying to get like the best out of this semester, I have a free ebook that you can access in the description. It's called The Power of Self-Education. And I wrote the book from my perspective, understanding that to reach our goals as students, we can't only rely on the work we do in school. The work we do outside of school is also very important when we're by ourselves. If you want access to that free ebook, go and get that down below. The Power of Self-Education, I think it's a very good read. Audiobook coming soon for those persons who don't like to read, but just give it a skim over and let me know what you think. But outside of that, you should probably watch this video. I think it's very good. Or YouTube thinks that you should probably watch this. You choose. But outside of that, enjoy the rest of your day and see you in the next video.